Boom! Hello everybody, this is Coach Tara, the Mind Reset Coach, making a quick video here. I want to talk about something that my mentor just reminded me of, and I wanted to make sure that I made this video now, because I actually want to host a hangout tomorrow night well, I'm going to get into it in a second. Okay, she was talking about the book, Think and Grow Rich, which many of you may have read. I've read it a couple of times. It's one of those books that millionaires read over and over and over and over and over again, and there's a very specific reason for that. The book is written by somebody that can tell you firsthand what's up, so that's a very powerful thing. A lot of the books that you see out there, they're written by ghostwriters and so forth, and there's still a lot of knowledge to be had there. However, when a book is written by the person, and it's written out. I mean, this guy hung out with Dale Carnegie for 20 years writing this book. So he learned everything there was to know. Now, one of the 12 steps or 12 characteristics that you must have to be rich, right? Now, rich means wealthy, and it means happy, and it means secure, and it means all sorts of things. All these 12 things, actually, and one of them, it's actually number 2, and that's sound body. That's being healthy in the body. Now, some of you may have noticed or know that I have been on this health transformation for the past 45 days. It's going on the first 60 days or something like that, whatever it is. And the reason why I began this is because as an entrepreneur, as somebody that wants to really have a positive impact on people's lives and mentor them and help them grow as individuals, I understand something psychologically about what being overweight means. And I know it in my mind. However, it wasn't reflecting in my body. And I ended up being extremely overweight, way more than I thought I was, from not treating my body right, by not honoring this temple I have. So over the past 45 days, I have dedicated myself to a total mental overhaul, a total food overhaul, how I was eating. I've discovered in the first 30 days, I kept really close track of everything I ate, and I couldn't believe how many calories I was hiding in my food by just making it a little bit different. I've also noticed that now if I have something like pasta with some red sauce and maybe a little meat in there or whatever, some chopped onions and mushrooms, I'm starving to death in 15 minutes after I've eaten that meal. And it's not because I didn't have a decent enough portion or enough food on the plate. I'm eating smaller portions, but it's still enough food on the plate. It's because the nutrition isn't there. There's just not enough nutrition. And a couple of other things have happened that have just blown my mind. I've lost 8 pounds. I've lost 10.5 inches total. I've probably lost a little bit more. I haven't been on a scale in over a month. I have started meditating every single day. I'm doing yoga every single day. I actually just started a men's yoga challenge because I watched a couple of his videos and he talks about, well, you could be a girl too. And they're just really powerful, really challenging, and really sweaty yoga. And it's, in a time period, a frame that I can complete it. I can do it for that long. So I've done that. And there's a few other things. And there's a long way for me to go. However, what I want to tell you about here is the psychology behind the kind of people that we are as business people, right? Now, if we are overweight, morbidly obese, if we are, and this is going to piss some people off, I'm telling you right now, and it's just the facts. If we're unhealthy, if we're drinking too much, if we're smoking too much, and we're doing this or that, and I've done it all, okay? I used to smoke. I actually quit smoking almost a year ago. Tobacco, cigarettes. I vape now. However, I'm very responsible about that, and I don't smoke tar anymore. I don't have any more tar. I can run, I can jog, I can get out there and move. It's a totally different thing. You can check that out, whatever. I also have stopped drinking like I used to. I used to drink a lot. Now, that was like the first thing that it just faded away. It's like, as I had grown as a person, some things just fade away, right? The day I decided, it was last November 1st, I believe it was, or right after, I think it was December 1st, where I said, you know what? I can't smoke anymore, man. I can't breathe. I'm going to die. Is this it? You know, I can't get out there and take a decent walk because I can't breathe. I can't get on my rebounder for any length of time because I can't breathe. I'm not interested in doing anything else. My nerve endings are going to shit and things are just not right. And, you know, smoking, I know, was a major part of it. So that just, when the day I made the decision, it was done. It was a done deal. And I've made the decision to start really paying attention to how my physical body feels and looks. Not from a point of view that I'm really vain, even though I am really vain. From a point of view that I should be able to do things. If somebody calls me up and says, hey, you want to go down to St. Pete to the beach? I should be able to say yes. I should be able to walk down that beach for 5, 6, 7, 8 miles like I used to in my 20s, looking for beach glass and shells. With my head down, you know, that hardcore hunt that I used to do back in the day. I should be able to handle something like that. I should be able to boogie board all day long in the waves. And where I found myself at 43 years old was not there. And I just turned 44. And so what it means when you have covered yourself in these habits, when you've covered yourself in alcohol, you might restrict yourself from certain things that you can do out there in the world because alcohol won't be related to it. Maybe that's your drinking time. And that's just a fact. You might resist going and doing certain things with certain people because you can't smoke in the building. You can't do that. You know, you can't smoke in the building. You can't go to an event and smoke while you're watching the speakers. You can't do those kind of things. So what do? Do you freak out that you can't have a cigarette? Is that going to be your dominant thought while you're trying to learn from somebody? Or are you going to do something that makes a change? Now, I'm not going to say, I'm not here to bash anyone that has a drink because I do. I'm not going to bash anybody that smokes cigarettes because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. What I think is wrong with cigarettes is the shit the tobacco companies puts in it. You know, they're allowed to put MAOI inhibitors into the tobacco to keep you complacent and law-abiding. Come on now. That's just wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of stuff, you know, whatever it is that makes you a slave, I want you to start releasing it. Now, when it comes to being extremely overweight and being an entrepreneur, I'm going to tell you this right now. You are hiding something from yourself using food. And there's several different reasons why we become overweight, okay? There are stress issues. We don't realize that our primal self reacts to stress as if it did back in the primal days. For instance, when you're flying down the street in your car at 60 miles an hour, your body, all it knows is that you're moving way faster than someone that's at peace. Even if you feel calm, cool, and collected, and you're enjoying your drive, and you're enjoying your car, and you're feeling everything, you're feeling really great about it, your primal body thinks you're running like hell from a saber-toothed tiger. And what it does is it immediately goes, chee, 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 and it fills in the visceral fat and to surround your organs just in case that tiger catches you, and it puts its teeth into you. Maybe it'll miss your vital organs and just catch some fat, and you can still have time to get away. That's what that's about. When we have our rhythmic clocks, or our, I think it's called Casein clocks, are all fucked up because we're sitting in front of a computer screen all day. And your body, what it thinks when you are up at night sitting in front of your computer and that blue light's coming into your eye, the only time that a human being should be moving at night and sleeping in the day is when they're hiding from predators. Look at any of those kind of like SAS handbooks or any kind of survival handbooks when they talk about if you're involved in an area where there's wartime going on, that the only time, if you're trying to evade being killed, the only time you should be moving is at night, and in the day you should be hiding and sleeping. Okay? When you're doing that, even though you're not in, your fear's fake, it's not a real fear, but your body recognizes it as a primal fear. So there's a lot about being an entrepreneur online that kind of affects the way our bodies are. You know, some of us are full-time and we can set our own schedule, and some of us aren't as dedicated to keeping the clock as we should be. And even when you're dedicated to keeping the clock, maybe you forget to set that alarm and you don't get up every 45 minutes and stretch that body, and maybe you don't have a blue screen for your computer to turn it down so your internal clock doesn't think that you're running away from a tribal dispute. You understand what I'm saying? And then there's another thing that happens, that where we unconsciously eat. When we unconsciously eat, we eat to just do it. We don't eat enough when we're supposed to, and then we eat too much when we're not. And what that all boils down to psychologically is that we're hiding something from ourselves. And when we're hiding something from ourselves, we're hiding something from everybody else. So, part of the reason why I've decided to lose the fat, I have fat to release so that I can live the kind of lifestyle that I want. That has nothing to do with this business. Has nothing to do with business in general. However, my whole life is surrounded by my business, right? And for me to really be effective, because you might not realize it, you may have thought, I was so cool all this time and I've got all these skills and I've got this mindset, and you really love how Coach Tara pulls it off and how comfortable she is in front of a video, and yet you haven't joined me in a business. It's not because you don't want to, it's because deep down inside you feel like you can't trust me because I'm hiding something from myself, so therefore I must be hiding something from you. Got me? And I'm completely fine with that. I get it. I totally understand it. And that's why I'm working so hard on making sure that I am fully who I say I am. To me, to my family, and to you. To my team, to my mentors, to everyone. Okay? I should be as ideal as I possibly can if I'm going to expect the people that are surrounding me to be as ideal as they should be. You start leading with yourself. So I'm making this video focusing specifically on the internet marketer, the network marketer, or the entrepreneur, whether it be e-commerce, whether you're an author, whatever it is kind of business that you do, okay? Maybe you're a professional and you're an intrapreneur and you're like the entrepreneur in a job. There's a lot of those, and there's nothing wrong with that either. And you're ready to be taken seriously, and you're ready to take yourself seriously. You're ready to forgive and forget and shed it. You're ready to release all the bullshit that's keeping you eating unconsciously, even though you consciously know you're doing it. You want to be the kind of person that finally says, no. Just like one day I woke up and I didn't feel like getting a 12-pack of beer. And it was a crazy day. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, it had been decades, it seems like, that I hadn't gone a day without having at least 6 beers. Okay, I can't tell you the last beer I've had. Matter of fact, I might have one tonight just for fun. And I could have one tonight just for fun. If any of you on this are watching me right now and you know me from my 20s, I was a wild one. For sure. There's no doubt. Even into my 30s. Wicked wild, good time. I was a good time girl. That's all there is to it. But I'm not a good time girl anymore. I'm a lot of fun, but I'm business now. And that's what's up, guys. So if you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to take your life and your family life to the next level, and you want to enjoy yourself more, I'm going to encourage you, because I'm going to base this whole thing focusing on the business person, okay? I want to host a hangout tomorrow night and have a bunch of business people show up that are ready to take their health to the next level. You can become an associate if you want to. You can work the business if you want to. But my main goal is to help you accomplish that aspect of your total wealth, that number two on the list from Think and Grow Rich, because I'm doing it too. Now I have a long way to go, but I want to be there for you. You might not have as far as I have to go. Maybe it's an extra 50 pounds or something like that, or maybe you're just not living the way that you should be living. Maybe you could be really thin and maybe even kind of fit, but maybe you're smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day and drinking 2 gallons of coffee, and you're not getting out from behind your computer as much as you should be and enjoying yourself and getting out there in the world. Whatever it is, I want to help you, alongside of me, become the best entrepreneurs on the planet by making our bodies extremely nutritiously sound. Okay? I want to help us get sound. So I'm going to hope, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to host a webinar tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is, oh snap, what is tomorrow night? Friday night. I'm thinking Friday night, 9 o'clock sounds good. 9 o'clock is a great time for webinars. And I'm going to go ahead and, well, if you're watching this video, you're probably watching it on the webinar thingy or just before it or whatever. 9 o'clock, the link will be right there. Get registered. Find out what it is that I'm doing along with my mentor, which is an amazing businesswoman, and I know that's why she's doing it too. I know that she just is ready to be her best self. She's working towards, like, she's already 6-figure earner, but she's working towards becoming a 7-figure earner. You know what I'm saying? And she knows what's bridging that gap, and she's getting it. I'm telling you right now, by this time next year, she will have earned her first $1 million in this industry in 1 year. There's no doubt in my mind. I have no doubt in my mind. So I'm really excited about being partnered with people like that expect the best of me, that don't want to hear my bullshit or none of my excuses. And I want you to come along and join us and get healthy and do it your way, but do it our way as well. So I will see you on the other side. This is only for serious people. If you're not an entrepreneur and you're not an entrepreneur and you want to learn more about this, fill out a survey and we will talk, and I will show you, the proper presentation videos and give you some of the tools to help you make a purchasing or not purchasing decision, whether it's yay or nay. But this is going to be specifically designed for entrepreneurs, specifically targeted to people like me that want to take their business to the next level as well, and they know that they're hiding behind something, and it's time to just pull up the curtain, guys. So I love you all very much, and I'm super excited about this, and I will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Peace. Bye.